There will be 3 of us
Is Twin
right
Tiny a
here
bowling?
trying to dodge things. You, me, and Tylete are always right here.
All right, Twin, knock those pins down.
Yeah, I was trying to make a bowling layout, but this is
Her dive bomb. She can. She go right for the center one. Although really, you're supposed to hit between like 1 and 2.
I expect to get knocked down a few times.
Are you gonna get back up again?
Well,
They're never gonna.
you know, it depends. It depends on the healers. Half the time you don't even want to, though.
food check.
So tonight is bring out the mid-90s.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
That's
after this,
different from other nights.
I was gonna go play some Final Fantasy VII and Metal Gear Solid 1.
Snake!
Woo!
I always need to
Off to a
re-guess
good
my.
start.
I always need to re-guess my latency on where the twister's gonna end up.
Have to adjust to your current nightly ping average.
Exactly.
Right foot
Yeah.
yellow. How do Lala's pay Twister? I feel like they wouldn't be able to, like, get across the board.
They have
Or
a
that.
miniature version. That only they can play.
Well,
Or tiny children.
The other players, they just lift the Lalafels up to the next spot. Just put them there.
Yeah, but how do they keep their limbs on the other spot?
They don't. It's a challenge for the others to stay on their spots while lifting the Lalafels.
Generate Twister. Alright, it's gonna be double generate. And then random fires to stack. Death sentence. Plummet. Then generate twister. Then fires to stack after this generate. It's on Tam. We're gonna stack south. Stack south unless you have thunder. I'm at 1. Stack. Oh, I was wrong.
I don't know.
It,
It was Chariot.
Sorry. I got thunder and it overwrote my other call out.
I didn't have it on.
When you said stack, I didn't register that that's the mechanic you were referring to. I thought you were still referring to the dynamo. So I didn't. I should have said something.
Where are we actually stacking?
We should be stacking on D.
Okay.
So what we were doing before is we were like stacking north, and then when it's Chariot running more north, right? But you have that generate drop right there. So instead, we're doing south to avoid it.
I only asked because I had my ley lines on D and no one else was there. I didn't want to use the limit break, I messed up my opener. So I'm like way behind.
Yeah, we got one more mechanic there than we usually do. Alright, generate twister.
We're about 1%.
bait fires, double generate.
We'll probably not get the final.
Random fires to stack. Generate twister. Random fires to stack. After the generate. Go ahead and use the limit break if we aren't dead from this fire.
Sorry.
Oh, it is.
Pile of dead bodies would suggest otherwise.
We would have been fine without limit.
I was hoping to get to nail.
By yourself.
I think there was one person else.
Would have died from the AoE.
I mean, I was really low on health, so I probably would have died too.
Generate twister. Double generate. Random fire to stack. Essence. Plummet. Generate twister. Use limit break as soon as it's safe. Never mind. Stack up a little closer to D so that shorter run in space can all get hit by the thing. Alright, Twister. Double generate. Random fires to stack. Sends. Plummet. Alright, Twister. Double generate. Single generate. Then random fires and stack. I will have the boss.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nope.
we wiped.
Nope.
That was not Death Scenes. Generate twister. Double generate. Random fires and stack. Generate twister. Generate, then random fires to stack. I have the boss. Yeah, watch.
2.
In and out.
1.
Oh, I don't have it.
Oh.
Hesitated.
We're gonna need to bring 2 and 1 in a little bit if we're gonna be at D.
I don't.
Kanata,
I got-
are you sure that you had it, or did I have it?
I got hit by the lunar.
Oh, well, that's a separate issue.
I don't think the 2 and 1 actually matters, right?
If you
Well-
had it, I would have gotten hit by it. If I had it, you would have gotten hit by it.
Or move the D up, I don't know.
Well, the thing is, you just need to be like on the edge of her hitbox behind her, right? 1 and 2 are for left and right sides, so that the lightnings don't overlap. It doesn't.
So
don't
you can
necessarily
call it
need to
out.
go on them. Yeah.
Like, if she's not exactly on D, it's just left or right. You know.
I'm gonna have her so that she's like in the middle, like right above D.
Yeah, but don't get fixated on being perfectly positioned. That's not what this is about.
Well, I mean, be fixated on being perfectly positioned. Don't trust the markers. Just use those for left and right.
So you're saying don't be fixated on the D?
I'm fixated on the D. And food's running out.
Hang on a second. I want to turn on our FC buff, really quick.
But the
All those markers, I'll have to put them back again.
why aren't you?
They're
running
perfect
the
too.
squadron ration games? Oh, the get back on your feet one.
Yes, let me go and buy one right now, and then we can queue back up.
That's why I wasn't ready. I was doing that before.
Is there a level 3 of that? So where I get like the ethereal wheel?
You need
have
to craft
make
it. Yeah.
Takes stuff from airships.
You mean the market board?
I got some spare airships. Where did the materials come from?
We can look it up after after we're done.
No, we're gonna wait for his airships to come back.
In 3 days.
They don't take that long.
If you go to multiple destinations, they take that long.
Let me. Sorry, I'm ready.
I mean, they can take 100 hours.
Oh, I should have.
I guess if you're running like a Vitigant's hull and nothing else really.
I have no idea what the quality of our airships are.
They are max.
They're max
But they're-
level.
Yes.
But
Well, no, they're max level. They have max equipped stuff.
okay.
But I made one of each, and then I just distributed them in the way that made most sense. So I have. They're very different.
The last one keeps returning junk.
They'll
Yeah,
do that.
has too low surveillance for that one, or something. I forget.
Surveillance is only needed to get there. You need retrieval for other stuff.
Okay.
There you go. The masterpiece has been recreated.
I don't know. It looks different than
So
it did
pretty.
before.
Then the ready check is started.
You changed it, now it sucks.
This has been remastered in HD. This was the director's original vision.
Is this like the HD remaster of Gundam Seed where they still kept all the subtitle typos?
Alright, Twister.
Crap. Put down the wrong person.
Bait fire and double generate. Random fire into stack.
Man, I did that right in every server.
Oh, Tamp's just gonna die now.
Nope.
Oh, you had like 6 seconds to get Carrot back up so that the debuff wouldn't kill me.
Yeah, that was not happening. Plus with the DPS stuff.
You can do this, Haley. No, guess not.
You got
No,
all the mechanics at once.
I already had burning when I jumped in the wall.
So was the flame the wall that got?
If I were a Lala, I would be a twice baked potato.
That's not scary. Oh my gosh, that's awful.
Generate Twister. This is a unusual generate. I'll call for an LB because we're behind. Random fire to stack. Sorry, double generate, then random fire to stack. Generate Twister. And LB as soon as the Twister goes. There's the bait fire, and then double generate. Then random fire into stack. Nope.
I am surprised that we couldn't make that with LB.
Your stones are worth a lot.
Is that some subtle way of bragging?
I don't know, I guess so. Maybe I should feel proud of that.
Well, I mean, there's also like a lot of the adjustment to that subtle DPS losses across the board. Like you don't have the MP to spare, for instance.
It's a 30,000 damage difference between the last two games.
Well,
That is less than 10% of the personal enemies. And
Played refresh, even though I don't usually do it.
yeah,
They shouldn't have really lost MP.
I was back to 16,000 MP. I definitely had plenty. I did exactly the same thing.
Yeah, and I lost maybe 15, maybe like 10 bucks. That's like 2 d6. That's one crit.
Giant Twister. Fires to double generate. Random fires to stack. Careful about the fire.
It's so fun.
Giant Twister. Generate to random fires and stack. I have it. I'm just going out. 2. Get in and stack. And then get out of the circle. And get out of the circle. Get in.
1.
Stack and get in. Get out of that circle. Get out of the circle. Check your dooms. Get out of the circle. Third doom goes in that one.
Progress.
I can't go through that.
Spread, then get in. Now everyone needs to get in. Get out of the circle. Get out of the circle. Get out of the circle. No, there's all the moves.
Wow.
So. Yeah, okay.
Did I die from getting fired twice?
You might have.
Plausibly.
I thought that was happening, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it should be in, out, in for the fires. If you have the fire debuff, you should not be on the fire tether.
The fire goes off after the stack, though, right?
Yeah.
So that second fire tether still needs to stay in the group, but then like run a different direction. If that's the timing, right?
Yes, I think so.
So they need to just like in that case we're going clockwise. The party is going clockwise. Still?
Yes.
So the fire person could go counterclockwise or could just run out.
Right. So, I guess I would probably need to watch a video to know exactly when all the timings happen, but maybe I can find a time list breakdown of all the events.
I think the second fire comes out right after the second white puddle gets exploded.
Generate Twister. Wait, fire and double generate. Random fires into stack. That sounds. plummet. Generic twister. Fires to generate. Random fires to stack. My face!
I have it.
Everyone is everywhere.
In and out. Fuck, that was too slow.
Yeah, I was like, maybe. No, the answer's no, you can't. Just go the fuck out. Go straight from the thundercloud to out. That doesn't work when we're in the wall.
You guys are in the
That-
wall.
Trap raise.
Dude, well, you didn't even get up.
On the other hand, I do like the setting here. I didn't stop to notice the change in scenery. Like you're in the like Dalamuts in the air, and there's like all the little like pieces stuck in the ground. It's kind of cool.
You're at Cartano.
Just to confirm our mechanics there, when it's chariot and we run south, we stay stacked, we drop the puddle, and then we run just north of the puddle and stop on the outside to take fire.
Yes, you
Okay.
should. You only need to go as far as the edge of the puddle.
Yes. So if you have fire, don't run away from the whole party.
We will be running to the left to get out of the puddle.
We're running to the left. Okay, not... Okay.
Or if it's out, then we're running back in.
Yeah, okay, so that case it was out, so we would have run north just out of the puddle, back towards boss, stopped, take fire.
And then
Back on
second
bus.
puddle will come out.
Yeah,
And we run left out of the second puddle. And the
Right.
person who had the short doom needs to jump in the first puddle, which will be to the south of the boss. To the south of the second puddle, even.
Although I don't think you'll have time to run left out of the second one. You'll have to actually run straight to the thing.
Well, you do this little zigzag. You're like, okay, second puddle dropped. I'm going to zig, like, backwards and then into the thing. It should be disappearing right when the second puddle appears, so yeah. Oh, come on.
that scared me a little bit.
I would have preferred it if it had just scared me.
Well, yeah, me too.
You should just get those Hall's Defense ones that are just like candy with extra vitamin C.
I used to use Jolly Ranchers. They perform the same function.
Yeah, I like the vitamin C ones because vitamin C helps with some stuff.
Yeah, but
You
they're
know what?
healthy
It's
and they're
been
not Jolly
proven
Ranchers.
scientifically that vitamin C has no effect on colds or anything.
No effect on colds, it has effect on other stuff that can make you feel miserable while you have a cold. Also, it's one of the only vitamins you can't actually overdose on.
But you can tell when you've had too much.
Can you?
See?
I think it's in your urine.
Well,
I mean, you do pee it out, yes.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes, that's the thing, is that...
That usually means you've had too much, though. If it's like orange, I think you've had
No,
too
no,
much.
it doesn't have a color.
No, it doesn't have any color. If it's orange, you are seriously dehydrated and you have other issues to worry about. But but vitamin C, any you take extra that your body can't use, yeah, you just D out.
Maybe if you took like a kilogram, you would be sound.
But that
Anything
still
that's
means
wa-
you've had too much.
Anything that's water soluble, you'll be fine. It's the stuff that's not that you gotta worry about. I was listening to I was watching a video the other day, I guess, about a kid who spoke Spanish and he didn't so the parents would they just moved to America, and so they thought it was, well, this is America, it must be normal for gummy bears to come in a plastic jar of like 100 at a time. So he used to eat like 30 a day. Well, those are the multivitamin gummy bears.
So he had
Oh my
serious bone
gosh.
issues and joint issues from too much iron?
Yeah, basically his bones dissolved.
Oh my gosh.
Ugh.
I think he lived.
Yep.
Was he just a pile of goo?
They didn't completely dissolve. He
Oh.
I was like, I'm imagining Harry Potter right now, but that's not funny.
I was imagining Peter
Mike.
Griffin.
I mean, it was the kind of thing where like he tripped and he broke his femur, and went to the hospital. And they're like, you broke your femur when you tripped?
Giant twister. It's going to be a little timing's going to be a little off based on your normal rotation. Random fires to stack. Got seconds. Plummet. Generate twister. Double generate. Random fires and stack. It's on Tylee. Or sorry, not Tylee, Tam. It's on Tam.
No, it's not Tylee.
It'd be really scary. Be like, nice knowing ya.
Make perfect dodge great again.
Get ready for your thunders and stuff. Get it in stack. Get out of the fire, we're going to the left. Going to the left. Alright, get back on D. Fire tether out. Stack and get out.
No, I didn't get out fast enough.
I was too in and I got paralyzed by a thunder.
Oh, you guys are both out there.
I don't know. This happened last time also. A regular res would work. I mean, kind of.
In that situation when we run out, are we just running back to D through the white, or are we still sort of making our little clock when we're in the south like that?
At what point?
So, after she started like the second ability she does, where we stacked and then got out. After we got out, she put the white circle comes down. Are we running through it back to D, or are we still doing our clock pattern, even though we'll be in the south position?
If you run out, then run back towards the boss, so that you can try to keep her in the middle.
Okay, so in that case, we would run through the white circle back to D then.
Yes.
But if you get Doom, you have to position yourself.
Right.
Be able to get back to that circle.
Next question is, if we're running through the first circle back to D, are we then just picking up the next two circles like we normally would? Or then we start our clock pattern after we go back to D? Because she drops 3 white circles in that part, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, in the case where it's out, it'll be like puddle, and then like puddle, and then like puddle. If it's in,
So we're not going back to D first. We're doing the puddles out in the south area.
Well, the puddle will happen in the south area whether you want it to or not.
The first one, yeah. I'm talking about the second two after that.
It should happen immediately after, while we're still out from the chariot.
If we're running,
I think there was some time there.
There's time before the second circle hits. So, what I'm saying, if we run through the first circle and get to D, then the second circle is going to be landing around where D is. Are we then starting our left clock after that? Because if we do that, the person who has to get the short doom is going to be like way far out.
If you have the first doom, it's your responsibility to stay near the puddle that you have.
There's
to jump.
no reason if you have Doom that you have to be stacked with a group, I think, because fire is going to be out right there, right? Fire was out.
Second fire is out.
Okay. So, and it doesn't really matter if the first short doom is way out in the middle of nowhere while the rest of the group is doing their clock pattern back at D.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it works out.
It's probably why they choose in, out, in for the fires.
I could be. I don't know.
That was the original pattern too. Like without all the other stuff going on.
Yeah, I mean, it would be really neat if they changed that and you're like, oh god, I already learned this. I learned it wrong. Generate Twister. Bait fire. Double generate. Random fire to stack. Death sentence. Vomit. Generate Twister. Double generate. Random fire to stack. It's on me. Thunder's going out. Getting in stack. Rotate left. Rotate left. Back on D. Stack and then get in. I don't have provoke.
Okay. um. Alrighty. I was just trying to get all the second set order in my head right. Which I still don't quite have it.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get a list of events. Generate Twister. Bait and double generate. Random fire and stack.
Shit.
I need the limit break on this one. Generate Twister.
I got clipped.
That's gonna make this harder.
I don't think so. We're
Double generate.
we're in it.
Random fire to stack.
Oh, we still didn't get it.
It's surprisingly close.
I let Carrot die. We didn't get it. Dude died.
Oh, the lawless sacrifice didn't work.
See, nothing good comes from sacrificing Lala's.
I mean, we got close.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of his channel, but the guy does really good breakdowns of like rare medical things. And like exactly what effect it has on the body.
There was a site that was actually devoted specifically to vitamins and supplements and like identifying which ones are real and which ones are full of shit. And like most of them are on the full of shit scale.
Well, most of them your body can make.
Right. Turns out that humans lived for a long time before we had supplements.
I remember he did a good breakdown of the Tide Pod thing. Went back when that happened.
Kids are dumb. The end.
No, but like it on the surface level, it shouldn't have been that poisonous, but it's because of the way it got in.
Giant Twister.
Did they ever go over such interesting things as, in truth, your body makes all the nicotine it will ever need?
Can we just focus? We're at the hard part. Double generate. Then random fire to stack. Generate Twister. Fires to double generate. Then random fire to stack. It's on 10. Oh, what the fuck was that? Oh my god!
That was you murdering us.
Damn. How did this happen? We got an extra, like, one extra attack from the boss. Probably because
We died to something new.
died to something new, yes.
Hey, was that a plummet that killed
That was
everyone?
a plummet. So I guess after provoking, let's make sure that it's
Okay, I won't stand with the group when provoking.
That's, don't get me wrong, I like dying to new things, but I think we also want more progress.
It can only be new ones.
You guys wonder why I'm alone. Everybody around me dies.
Oh, so dark. Generate Twister. Double generate. Random fires to stack.
That was late.
Plummet. Generate Twister. Double generate. Random fires to stack. We're gonna kill it pretty much right after that.
I'm not gonna make it.
Will be on me.
Probably should have waited, actually. I'll get rid of this.
Be conscious of the location of. Just get on her butt, or not on her butt. Get south. In and out.
In and out.
Like. And move up. Drop a puddle. Move to the left.
Yeah, I couldn't make it to that puddle in time.
You got. If you have the doom, you have. My two. Stack and get in.
The puddles seem to be dropped in the right place, and some people didn't stop
90
when running
thousand.
forward to heat the fire. It seemed, 'cause, you know, I had fire. I stopped right outside the puddle, and some people were much forward.
I was the farthest north person. I still got hit by it.
Maybe on your screen.
Oh. But we were stopped. Like, we stopped. And then I was the farthest forward. No one else was moving.
Okay, so one thing. One, we should take our 5-minute break now. Two, is there a thing we can look at?
I've just been reading the guide that we've already linked. That's all I have.
Right.
But I mean, this first set of mechanics, like we've seen, the timing on that. So I mean, we know the timing. Right. I think now it's the second set that I don't know the timing, but the first set, you know, it's either going to be, it's Dynamo and then either Chariot or Lunar. And then after that, at the same time as either Chariot or Lunar, you get the white circle drop. And then right after the white circle drop, you get Fire. And then after Fire, you get the other white circle drop. The first Doom is going off, like, I think just as this first Doom is actually going off just as the second white circle drops. So the person who is getting that, the person who has the first Doom has to take Fire and then be not waiting for the second drop. They have to be getting in that, you know, first Doom drop.
Yeah, they need to run.
Which is why Fire needs to be close, right outside the circle.
Yes. Exactly as you said.
The fire appears to be about the same radius as the white circle. And also,
That seems very like.
the second white circle, if you see the white circle and you are already not on top of the old small white circle, you're probably dead to Jin.
No, you have a second, because you need to be outside of when the circle's big, you need to be outside of it. As soon as the circle disappears, that's when the damage happens and the small circle remains.
Right.
And you basically need to be like, if you know you have Doom, which everyone should be paying attention to know if they have short, medium, or long Doom. It will start at 6, 10, or 15 seconds or whatever. You need to be standing outside of your puddle, and that should be where everyone is stacked and getting ready to do the next move. Because as soon as the next puddle appears, if you had Doom, you need to be running back into the first circle. You need to be getting ready to jump in that. You have about 2 seconds.
It's actually earlier than that. As soon as the second white big circle appears, like you should already be on top of the small circle, because then you have about 1 second left.
No,
Yeah.
it's
Really tight.
It's really tight, yes. As the second circle appears, the first circle disappears. So at that point, you can't already be on the first circle. You need to be running out of the second circle into the small circle that just appeared.
Why would you even be on the second circle at all?
Because you're stacked with everyone. So
But you only need to be stacked with everyone for the fire. Once a fire goes off, they're going to this, like they're doing the second circle. You don't care. You need to be
it's
getting into the
happening
first.
at the same time. So
The white circle is slightly.
I don't think that's what happened. I think it wasn't at the same time. Just last run.
The second white circle happens at like 1 second after the fire thingy.
Like I remember taking fire, and then afterwards seeing, like I'm pretty sure I remember seeing it come out after, and it came out after, away because people had ran too far, all the way back to boss. So whoever got it was on the side of boss or something.
Yeah, Tam had short doom.
I think Darkson's right. Every time I've had first doom, I basically have like 1 second to clear it, like 1 to 2 seconds to clear it once that circle appears. Like, there's no time to be running with the group and then running back to that circle. Like,
once
like-
the
like
small
1 second,
circle
see the
appears-
little circle on the ground. Yeah.
Yes.
We just
Like,
need
you
to
have, like,
take
there's
fire
not-
next to that circle,
Just
Yeah.
stay
and
there.
then all
don't
you're
need to
doing
run-
is getting in that circle as soon as you can.
Yes. Okay, we agree on that. The only thing is just after that, I guess the second circle appears, and whoever has the short doom doesn't even care, because if you have doom, I'm pretty sure you cannot drop a puddle. But everyone else is concerned with making sure that they get out of the second puddle. But it all happens very, very rapid succession.
Yeah, it does. It's the second set of so I'm pretty sure I know those mechanics now. It's just the second set is just I don't know, the order's different. Like
Yeah.
the second set, fire comes out.
I'm going to watch this video, and I'm going to, because the video is being played in slow motion and I can pause, I can try to write down a list of the things that happen and in what order.
Yeah.
I mean, I can go find my own, but you found a good one.
That timer is probably not correct. I just grabbed where I was at previously watching the video. Also, Tam, I think just for consistency, I believe I don't need to use Hollowed at another point in the fight, so try to just not provoke until after it's done. Like, while it's just don't provoke on the first phase.
So you want to keep her?
I'll just keep her every time.
Okay.
And that way I can hollowed ground those first 5 hits of Bahamut's or Ravenspeak or whatever.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah, once again, watching the first video, the fireball lands right as the first puddle disappears, which goes back to what Darkson was saying. We need to stop just outside the edge of the first puddle. And then basically a split second after that fireball. It's about 1 to 2 seconds. Then the second puddle appears. The player with the doom should already be getting in to clear their doom, and everyone else needs to get out of the second circle. The second tether goes out very early. Yeah, I'll try to write everything down.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. These videos are great and instructive, but sometimes they almost make things worse. Like, I'm just wanting to see it like uninterrupted. That like 1 minute of gameplay, and they just like he does the loop of like 10 seconds from different perspectives.
Yeah, I don't like that video.
It's like, oh god, this is just making it worse because this is what it's like in my head. It's like, if I see it without understanding the mechanics, that only does so much. But once I understand the mechanics, if I just see it once, I pretty much know what it's supposed to look like. and I can.
Need a narrated kill video.
I don't even need it narrated. I just need a good perspective. Like, I needed a narrated video when I didn't know the mechanics.
Like here's a. There's a video that is just straight to end. So it seems for the second set of thunders and fire, there's no mechanic that you have to be in for. So both the thunders and the fire, you don't even you could just run out. You don't need to call aside. You can call aside if you want to, but
Okay, that's what. I see what confused me. The third set of thunders and fires coming out during the white circle drops, the second set of white circle drops, like, yep.
this is as best as I can tell.
Yeah.
Looks right.
Man,
Plus Thunderstruck?
I can't wait for Bahamut. I was so excited when I saw the video. It just looks like so much stuff. Like, this looks like a lot of stuff, and Bahamut's like twice as bad.
But
It's exciting. I'm so excited.
from what I hear, this is the hardest phase.
Oh. Probably just coordination.
I don't think like too many things happening at one time is not
Is there
such a
dive
bad
bomb?
thing, but too many things happening in succession is terrible.
Right. If
So,
things are
Karen-
happening at the same time, you come up with a solution that can handle all those things.
Oh, wait.
Oh, so this is just...
The example of that is, of course, A8.
Ugh.
And we all get our different buffs, and it's like, well, we all do completely different things.
And it's like, okay, well, it's very easy because all you have to do is know of the 4 possible things you could get, what thing you're going to do in each of those situations, and it's different based on what your role is.
Carrot.
Yes.
So your last line where it says third fire tether goes.
Oh, sorry. I mean to say it gets applied.
So, but that thunderstruck has already happened. I think.
That is...
The thunderstruck people are supposed to be in for that fire, and it's already happened. Say thunderstruck lands. Then
yeah,
the
so
third...
there's a thunderstruck that happens during the puddles, and then there's another thunderstruck that goes out immediately, and it happens after the puddles disappear. So it's like 2 back-to-back thunderstrucks, but you don't need to... You can just be out for those thunderstrucks. Like, people can be just spread out after the circles, because there's nothing that you have to be in or out for during that moment.
Actually, seems like most of that phase after the first part, people actually tend to stay a little spread out.
Right. The times that you need to stack up are at the very beginning, and then you need to stack up again where it says stack up, which is after the second fire and thunder.
I'm not following your thunder your thunders here. It seems like you've got extra thunders, an extra set of thunders in there that's I don't see.
Let me clarify.
Like I see a fire and thunder out happen before the chariot lunar, and then I see one other set that goes out during the white circle drops, and then it just wraps up with the fire at the end. I don't see another thunderstruck with that fire at the end. It's like, you know, fire, thunder, go out. He says this thing. It goes off. Everyone comes in for the mechanics, whatever they are. As those mechanics are coming out, we're dodging white circles in the second set of thunderstruck and fire going off. Thunderstruck happens first, and then everybody comes in for the fire.
Okay. That should be clear, I hope. Thunder debuff is when you get the debuff, and then Thunder lands is when it zaps. So for the second fire tether and the Thunder debuffs, there's nothing relevant that happens between the debuffs going out and when they hit.
You have 3 thunder lands, though.
Yes. And there are 3 Thunder debuffs. The third set of Thunder debuffs happen right after the Thunder... So Thunders will land during the 3 circles. In the middle, between the second and third circle appearing. And a new set of Thunder debuffs will go out at the same time. So after the third circle appears, if you have the Thunder, you need to spread out again, because there will be like I said, another set of thunder that happens during that 3 sets of circles. The set of 3 circles. Hey, Konada. This is your Discord server, right?
Yeah.
Can you pin that post? Because I don't have pin privilege.
What does that do?
That means that you can find it if you look for pinned messages.
Oh.
If you click on the little pin icon,
At the top.
it should show you all the pinned messages.
I don't have a pin icon at the top. Hold on.
It might be in the little ... menu.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
People at work looked at me like I was crazy when I called the equivalent of that in our product pinning, and they're like, "This word term is so confusing." I'm like, "Look, it is a standard term. I did not
Pinning?
make this up."
Have they never used a forum?
Well,
If you really want to confuse them, you can talk about the hamburger icon. Which apparently is also called a sandwich, hot dog, or pancake. Apparently people like food analogies.
I prefer pancakes.
Triple stack? Full stack?
French toast.
Short stack or French toast. French toast works. Or as we call in America, freedom toast.
it's like 2001. Obligatory immediate wipe on the first twister whenever we step out.
Sorry, I was distracted by the nonsense. I was just thinking, like, every time there's a conversation happening, within like 15 seconds, it goes into things I have no clue what anyone's saying.
You don't remember freedom fries? Because we were like angry at the French, so we wouldn't call them French fries. We had to call them freedom fries, which was so stupid.
We were annoyed at the French because people didn't understand that
I
France
don't
hadn't actually
Let's
been an
go.
ally for like 3 decades.
I don't want to know.
Check your foods.
These are not in the same position.
Doesn't feel right, does it?
Nope.
Generate twister. Double generate. Random fires to stack. Generate twister. Double generate. Random fire stack. Good job.
Ooh, I'm lagging. This is fun.
What?
Was I too close or something?
D is awfully close.
I
a
was
little
too
further.
close. That's gotta be it.
Check for your first debuff. Two,
One.
in and stack. Get out. Check your dooms. Get out.
Yeah, that was
Second
bad.
doom.
I can't.
There's a
I
second
shouldn't have
fire.
died to Doom. I ran in that thing as fast as I could.
Stack and get in. Get out of that circle. Get out of the circle. Thunder's out. Fire out.
You can just go
Fire. Yeah, we just go wherever. This fire's in.
Holy cow, that hurts so much.
Mm-hmm.
One shot eats through that crit out of
Oh yeah, it was like 50k per hit, and there's 5 hits. I didn't have a cooldown because I didn't know it was coming.
It's not actually 50k hit, is it?
It's more like
Yeah.
20 to 30.
Well, 20 to 30
Let,
seems
let me
light.
check a death report.
I just mean, like, I don't know. I guess 30 per hit might. Well, but if you let's see, if you have a big cooldown,
That'd be 21k per hit.
it.
Did-
Carrot 31k per
what did you have up, Carrot? Probably just like Rampart. Or...
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh,
Absolutely nothing. Yeah, it was 31, 31, 31, 31.
Tam, you said you couldn't get into Doom. Was it the second Doom this time or the first Doom?
It was the first one, but I was in there. Like, I think I had some lag.
So it was the first one, but you think it's doable?
Oh yeah.
Got it worked out at least.
There's a lot of people. Yep. We died at 2 Muhammad fingers. It's spicy.
Yeah, I need to figure out when that is in this list. It's hard to tell because if in the POV videos, unless it's the tank POV, you don't actually see it happening because it doesn't have an obvious tell.
I mean, you see Muhammad just wrecking Seabass before face.
Yep. I also see like nothing else going on. That's actually the biggest sign. Everyone's not running around.
Sharing Twister. Generate. Random fires to stack. Giant Twister. Double generate. Random fires to stack. Yeah, let's keep skipping that death sentence. I like that. Get a little south of this.
You don't like just falling over from full health?
Check your debuffs.
One.
In and stack. Watch your dooms. Step to the left. Take the fire. Second pulse, step to the left. Take the fire. Alright, get back south.
Yeah, it's right after the first rotation. He
I'm on two.
starts doing tank busters again.
Stack and get out. Doom, get
I'm
out of the thing. Second circle. There's the thunders.
I'm just
Third
gonna
circle. Last thing, there's the ice fire. Get stacked for the fire.
Oh, I'm dead. Double fire.
I did not get that raise. Wow, how did that raise miss 4 people?
Not bad.
It didn't do anything.
I know, right? It didn't do anything. I'm so confused.
I mean, some people were in the wall out of range.
No, I mean, yes, one person was out of range. Well, in the wall. But
Carrot was actually still dying.
fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, you had 0 HP, but like,
I was in the process of falling to the ground.
I'll get this LVP timing down sometime.
let's hope we never get to practice it again.
I even had a Doom. Gotta complete it.
Alright. I'll BRB as well.
So, fires are in, out, and the fire tether is the person responsible for being out, right? Or no?
Well, for the second one, when it's fire out, we can pretty much just spread out.
Okay.
No Tam.
Cause, yeah.
Well, thank you for suggesting not Taco Bell. That's like a million times better than your usual suggestion of Taco Bell.
I have a real suggestion.
Jack in the Box tacos.
Gross.
They are a
Either.
great example of the kind of thing that. Oh, I don't even know if tastes good is the right word.
You don't like
But
tacos with craft singles on them?
they are. I would put them as like a form of comfort food. But, God, those things are so disgusting.
See, the thing about comfort food is, I think it is inherently disgusting because it's whatever you like regionally ate when you were poor, and that's why it's like you have that association.
I didn't start eating them when I was poor.
See, that's like mac and cheese. You just upgrade. You go from like the box with the powder to like the deluxe cheese pouch.
Oh, that deluxe cheese pouch saves you so much work, and you don't have to worry about, oops, my milk was bad. I can't tell you how many times it's like, I'm gonna make mac and cheese, and then I have like, I cannot use this milk, or I don't.
Or crap, I don't have butter, or margarine, or whatever.
I usually have butter because I
Who
don't
doesn't have butter?
go through that. Like, butter doesn't spoil in the same way that milk does.
You can also take the cheap mac and cheese and make it fancy.
Oh yeah, and you have like $16 mac and cheese at Yard House, or $12 panko crusted deep fried mac and cheese.
Or you can go to the store and buy mac and Cheetos.
Twister. Fate to double generate. Random fire to stack. Careful of those puddles.
Darn it.
I didn't think I was standing in it.
It's pretty close.
That looked like she just nudged me and I died.
She's like,
She nudged you for 81,000 damage.
Yeah, that's what it looked like though. It wasn't like a plummet. She's just like, here's my wing in your face. You're dead.
well, you know, that's bards are bad at winging it.
No,
I would think they'd be the best.
you would.
Yeah, they're the best at winging it because they
We just
can't
kite things
move
around.
anywhere and attack all the time.
You made me miss my buff.
Too busy laughing.
Yes.
Oh, come on. Do the same thing I always do. Son of a bitch.
That's what you get.
The cable line, the cable line, threw you for a loop.
Alright, serious face. We have 30 minutes.
Let's get to Bahamut.
Let's get to the third call out.
I was gonna say, aren't there
Thumbnail.
still like dive bombs
bombs.
we haven't dealt with? I mean,
Has anyone been designated the dive bomb marker yet?
Nope. Kanata's been designated.
Oh, it was me, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that select a volunteer to charge?
Nope, I don't think it was.
Okay, well, I will do my best.
Giant Twister.
Fuck. Come on. I'm so far away.
I think it was fire, so I tried to run away, but yeah. Oh boy.
Double generate and just random fires.
Sure wish we had a summoner.
I don't want to talk about it. Oh my god, I got plummeted there? How did I get plummeted there?
They're twisters. Hey, look, I found Twister. Woo!
Is
Oh, I
she
only
always
killed one
facing that
person.
angle?
It was me.
Where I
because
stand.
the only one there.
No, there was fires behind her, so she was off a little bit.
That plummet is always like way bigger than I think it's going to be. And I think it's pretty big.
Is it a cone in front of her?
It's
No.
like
It's actually centered on the person she targets.
oh, is it really?
Yeah.
It's a circle?
It's a circle.
Oh, I was okay. Then it's even bigger than I thought. Is it like 15 yalms?
It's about 10 yalms.
Because I was about 120 degrees off from the boss, and I was at least 10 yalms from the boss.
I mean, it might also lock in the damage well before it happens.
I'm a white mage. I just stand there. I think it's a cone, but I could be wrong. It could be 10 yalms. Actually, Carrot, can you stay afterwards? We can play with that. Just so I can test a few things.
Giant Twister.
Literally as I say that. Careful, don't throw in the fire.
Bait. Double generate. Random fire, stack.
My DPS is really cut off as long prayer.
Giant Twister. After these generators go out, use limit break. Then random fire into stack. Debuffs going out. 2 in and stack. Get out of the first. Get out of the second. Get back on D.
We don't need to stack for this part.
Then the fire out, on thunder out.
How soon are we going back to D after the second white circle?
I guess we don't need to go back to D at all.
Until she does the voice.
Until the next fire. Or sorry, not the next fire. 2 fires after that.
That's the fire that's out, right? That's why we can
Yes.
spread. Okay.
Yes. So after the first 2 circles and the dunes, then people can spread out and just do whatever. It will be the Bahamut's favor. Let me add that to this thing. I guess it's not Bahamut's favor, it's Raven Speak. I assume you'll have Vengeance or something ready for that.
I don't know if Vengeance is up by then. But I can use Rampart.
At least use Rampart and Convalescence. Giant Twister.
Look at how far away I am. Okay, it might be a circle, but it's a huge fucking circle.
It could be a cone, in which case it's a huge fucking cone.
Rez was successful this time.
You did good.
Generates, then random fires. Giant twister.
Want the lamp, right?
Yeah, as soon as we get the next fires. Alright, random fires to stack. If you can, use lemon break. That death sentence probably actually saved us. Gave us like an extra 2 seconds of DPS. Debuffs coming out. In then out. Just north. Go left. Alright, now you can spread out a little bit.
Oh!
Stack and get in. On D.
I think someone missed the second Doom.
Oh yeah, no. Someone missed the first down also.
I thought I saw Tam get the first Doom.
I did get the first Doom because I needed the first Doom.
Oh.
Yeah.
There was at least one Doom puddle that I just watched disappear.
Yeah, I think that was the second one.
Actually, this is a good question. Do we want to call in and out immediately, or let the Thunder people call their thing? Because we can't say both things at the same time and expect people to hear.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything at Cold. The Thunders and me and Ty Lee were sitting there looking stupid for like 4 seconds.
It's because they go at the same time, right? Like we.
They do go at the same time. The Thunders should call first because that positioning is relevant. But
That's kind of what I was getting to. People do need to call it though.
I go to whatever because it's not consistent who's getting it.
I mean, we could
actually,
make
we could-
a priority
we could do
where
top
it's
to
like
bottom. Top to bottom is left to right.
if people want to do that. Otherwise, I would say like, if you're a mobile class, then you should move for the immobile classes. But that might be.
But people should know where they're going before they get there, not get there and then adjust. If you just look at the party list, right? Oh, okay. I guess
You are
right.
always at top on the party list.
Yeah, okay. I guess I just know where I go on the party list. But you're right. It's not always so clear.
Sorry, my
Woo!
plug went undone.
My eardrums just burst.
I like that music. Play louder.
Also, can we talk about the second fire tether?
Okay.
Why are we spreading out? I really feel like someone's gonna get fired there. Period. Because best case scenario, a ranged gets it and you're fine. But worst case scenario, melee gets it and fires someone by accident. So
if you have the fire tether, you must go out.
why don't we just go back to stacking and the fire person just runs out like we do in T9? Like why do we need to spread out? I'm just
That's fine.
like I feel like that makes it harder. And then we're already
Okay.
in position for the next thing. I just
You're correct.
like the easier we can make it.
You're fine. We agree. Stack up,
Okay.
and if you have fire tether, run out.
Okay, I didn't catch that. Sorry, because my whatever. But stack up, fire tether, run out. We're talking about the second fire.
Second fire, and I mean you can be loosely spread around the boss so that you can see if you're the one with the fire tether. But the point is, if you have the fire tether, run the fuck out. Like
Yeah.
over here, that you should not be anywhere near the boss. And
Same
same
with
if
thunder.
you get the thunders, run the fuck out, just not anywhere near the guy with the fire.
You're gonna have 3 people out or away from the boss, and they should know not to be close to each other.
So this is the final countdown.
Giant Twister.
My hand's a little further away from me.
Random fire to stack. Giant Twister. Random fire to stack. Sorry, I didn't get my butt wings up. Get on our south side. Don't worry about where she's positioned. Just stack on our south. In then out.
Oh, what?
Oh, that's bull.
You should get hit by that fire.
I
It
think
hurts. Hurts
a
so
lot of
good.
people really want to run back up the boss after Chariot there,
Right.
and I don't think we can do it another way.
Right. We need to suppress that urge.
If we run back up, the person with Doom's going to be too far away, and we have to be that far out for Chariot. So
Mhm.
I don't know. There's another way to do it.
Yeah, I think we have to just use this circle as a guide.
Everybody else can go.
We're gonna do some pulls, I guess. Apparently.
I just
The
wanna
rest
try-
of
It'll only take a minute, maybe 1 or 2 pulls.
the rest of us are unnecessary.
Practice.
Irrelevant.
Go ahead. You do not need to do the pull. We're going to die.
I want to see how tight I can get this first. 'Cause I just don't.
Okay, so that doesn't kill.
You will not live until Twister. Oh, I guess this Twister.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Good enough. That's all I wanted to live for. I just want to see the plummet.
Let's do some more. I want to take this thing.
I don't know about anyone else, but since I don't have, I consistently, generally do not have lag, so I hit the button to start strafing as soon as, as the cast bar touches the end, right as it finishes, is when I depress the button, and I only hold it down for about a second.
Okay.
I usually end up if I end up triggering it, it's because I hit the button too early, and then I I hold it for the same duration. So if I do it early, then I have not moved enough distance.
I see. Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. Let's see how far I can.
Good night.
Good night. I hope you get better.
I do too. Thanks.
I'm not even bothering to cast Protect.
Let's see. And something like that. I do want to be casting, so let's see what I can get away with. Oh wow, you can get away with so much. Holy cow.
Yeah.
You found the spot.
Aww.
Look how close I am.
It looks like it's between 90 and 120 degrees. Probably 120 degrees. Probably 10 yards.
You can check for distance. See how far you can go before it goes on.
I mean,
Well, here,
you
More
did.
da- You've been standing back there. Oh no. No, I wasn't in position.
Holy cow, that twister timing is crazy.
Yeah, I guess I'm moving too early because It either cuts into my GCD or it doesn't. Stand inside the box, like very close to her center. Interesting.
Rip.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure it's a cone. It is kind of hard to tell though.
All right. Try to stand at 6 o'clock, but as close to the middle as possible.
Like I just wanted to prove it. Yeah. Okay.
No, we do not have to move very far.
Nope. The problem is that it is very latency dependent. So if you have a little bit of lag, you need to increase the distance that you run, just to be safe. Or if you're really uncertain, the other thing that's I'm pretty sure that the twisters just like pretty much immediately explode if two people were standing on top of each other.
No, I've had 2 twisters drop like one right where I'm standing and one right where you're standing.
Well, most of the time when I accidentally get hit is because someone else was standing near me, and I guess I can't judge where their position is. So if they're already running, and I'm running in the same direction, and they drop a twister where I'm landing, that's why I like to spread out just a little bit and make sure that we all have different bait paths or whatever.
Right.
All right. I guess, do you need any more testing?
I just rolled my.
Let's go then.
Okay. Alright, I see. Can't get too greedy. But you can be pretty greedy.
Yeah, it's like you can spend less than half of a GCD. Less than that. Like you can spend about the time it takes to do an OGCD ability moving.
Usually I just run 2 and run until the cast bar goes away. But you don't need to do that. Clearly.
Right. You could like broil if your timing is perfect. Like I have like I'm actually casting Holy Spirit, which is, you know, a spell with a cast time. Casting Holy Spirit during that twister, the second twister, not the first one. And the fight is so timed and so predictable that unless I am late running into the boss, it will always immediately happen so that after my first Holy Spirit is like, it finishes the cast bar at the same time the twister finishes the cast bar. So I just like take one step and then resume casting Holy Spirit. And it works 99% of the time.
Holy Spirit is 1.5 seconds though.
It is. It like this is the weird thing about like if you want to like min-max Paladin is you have to like cast Holy Spirit and then in that half second while your bar is refilling, take a step, then cast it, take a step, and then cast it, and then take a step. And try to weave in, you can weave in a single OGCD between every Holy Spirit